Hey, let's talk about transaction cost. Everyone says that blockchain reduces transaction cost, but how and why? Firstly, what is transaction cost? Transaction cost is any cost incurred when making a trade between parties. Now, when you think about transaction cost, you just probably think about, okay, if I buy something like an Apple mouse, what is the cost to this? And that's a transaction cost. But not really. There are three types of transaction costs when we talk about transaction costs. The first one is called bargaining. So bargaining is the agreement between the buyer and seller to agree on the price, so that's bargaining. The second is search and information cost, so the cost to go and look for the seller or look for the product or look for the right buyer to buy a product. And the third is policing and enforcing. So maybe on eBay, when you agreed on something, eBay has some policing and enforcing costs incurred or administrative costs incurred to ensure your transaction flows or your transaction is secure. Now with blockchain, things are slightly different. When we talk about the first one, bargaining, instead of going to different sellers to search, there could be stuff like auction pricing mechanisms to greatly reduce bargaining costs. And this is through different economic models. You can use different auction methods to sell your item to the person who values your item the highest. So this is a very interesting thing. There are a lot of auction theories out there, and I can link you to some information if you want to know more. The second is search and information cost. So let's look at the example of different consensus algorithms. Instead of shouting to everyone in the whole world, "Hi guys, I've got a transaction to validate," you send your transaction, and then you wait for validators to come and validate either through proof of stake or proof of work. So it's cheaper now because you don't have to go around searching, "Hi guys, can you validate my stuff? Hi guys, can you validate my stuff?" You just allow the machine to do that. And lastly, you have policing and enforcing cost. And policing and enforcing cost is interesting because in the real world we have lawyers and the legal justiciary system to enforce all these kind of agreements and trust between parties. But in blockchain world, these are outsourced in different kind of governance or even different kind of smart contracts. So this reduces the cost by a lot, and now things are a lot cheaper, and that is how blockchain reduces transaction cost. So this is transaction cost. In transaction cost, we consider three things. We consider bargaining costs, we consider search and information cost, and we consider enforcing and policing costs. And these can be coded or can be part of tokenomics and can be coded into your token ecosystem, and it can reduce cost quite significantly compared to the real world. Do you agree or disagree? Just comment and leave your comments below and I'll get back to them. Bye!